Hello, hello, most esteemed viewers. My name is Jekyllstein Gray, and welcome to another episode of Jekyllstein Gray Play. Well, another episode. The first episode of Jekyllstein Gray Plays Finding Paradise. Also, you might notice you actually saw my face at the beginning. Oh, why is the music always so good? I decided because it's 4x3 and because it's already, kind of a low, it doesn't, affect my computer doesn't my computer could probably handle this game and recording me on the sides of the screen. I don't know how I look right now because I'm looking at the game. I figured I'd use that. Let me know what you think, esteemed viewers. This is a bit of an experiment, but I want to get your input. I just thought it'd be fun. Most games, games that are in 4x3 and games that aren't super CPU light, will look like they normally do. And if you don't like this one, let me change it back. Anyway, I got a lot to get into. Sorry, I don't want to start playing because I'll want to talk about the game itself when I click begin. If you've seen my Bird Story video, you will know that you've heard this speech before. I have a very, so you can skip ahead or whatever. I have a very weird relationship to this game. To the Moon, love it to death. Did several videos on it. Played it several times. I got like 35 hours logged. Some of that was from me, from my sister who played it all the way through, and from my grandma who I bugged until she actually started playing it. This game I have played once, and it was on January. I last played it on January 1st of 2018. I am recording this on April 22nd of 2021. So I have vague memories of this game. Playing A Bird Story actually made me remember a lot more about this game, but I do not remember. I remember, it didn't affect me in the same way as To the Moon, just because it couldn't, unless it was about something else that was really important to me. To the Moon was the first example of positive autistic representation I'd seen. And so this game kind of never could hold up to that standard, but I also remember it being good on its own terms. And there's a lot of interesting stuff. So, enough of this. Let me get started. So here we got a billboard for the Sigmund Corp. Interesting, considering they also have good PR considering what we saw in the minisodes, which I don't know if you've seen or not. I also had a lot of trouble getting this one set up on OBS. Although I think I actually I was actually recording my face while I was trying to figure it out. That's why. Then I was like, I'll just keep the video capture device in here. Oh no. Oh boy. I feel like this would be funny if I feel like this would be funny even if you hadn't played To the Moon, but it is very like Biohazard. Oh, she was the one driving. I don't remember any of this. It said to keep everyone alive, including the squirrel. I hope you learned something. Look, sometimes it's either us or them. So, this is pretty similar to... Again, I feel like this is a good setup. I don't know. If you played this game before... I think they were intending for this to be better if you had played To the Moon, but still makes sense if you hadn't. Let's see. Should be arriving at the patient soon. So I actually remember reading a review before this game, or right after this game came out. I bought it on day one and played it, and I remember liking it. I read this review that said that it didn't make them tear up. It made them laugh. Oh hey, I hadn't played the minisodes when I first played this game, so I probably didn't get that reference. I actually am not sure. Looking back, it was actually emotionally affecting to me. This review said it made him laugh a lot, but it didn't make him cry or anything. That was kind of my experience, but it might have been confirmation bias talking. I talk about confirmation bias a lot on this show. Um, uh, but well, I want someone to make a Kickstarter for like a thing you can hang on your pant, like on your belt. That's just a button that you can just slap and then it goes but on IRL. Also, my chair is broken. I was sitting on it wrong and it broke. I don't know why. So yeah. And now you. Oh, I forgot about this. I was actually just about to use some gendered language about this. The person who threw the teddy bear. Not. I'm glad I didn't, but she is an asshole, from what I remember. We're here to visit dead people, not to get ourselves killed. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Weird little slowdown. I don't know why. I really hope this encoding's going all right. I think it should be, but yeah. Anyway, don't touch it. Yeah, I get stressed out on bikes. Heck, I prefer to travel on my own 2 feet whenever possible. This seems like this is a kind of a remix of their theme from To the Moon. Here we got another pretty slow intro. Leaking sprinkler. Don't be mean, Neil. Wait, her name is Potato? Again, I remember very little of this game. Jeez, Amber. Okay, Potato is kind of a bad name, but it's not. Trust me, kid. When you're stuck with a weird name, it's not your fault. And you'll learn to like complaining about it, but secretly love it anyway. My real name is Hiram. I can't remember. Again, I have played this game once, and it's been more than 3 years, so I don't remember what happened. Yes, nothing says cool and rebellious like corporate marketing. I probably should have let Eva handle this one. What the jalapeno did you do? What do you mean, what? You can get sued for that? Really? This is so messed up. Justice is cold and damp. Yeah. Yeah, you're the one who caused the problem, Neil. Again, the intro in this game is slower than. Although I actually think it's kind of comes across as better than To the Moon's to me. To the Moon was easily the worst part of To the Moon was the intro. It was fine, but it never like it I feel like a lot of people let me know, Steam viewers, have any of you like actually been did any of you start playing To the Moon and just like stop because of the intro? Because I can imagine that happening. What was that? What was what? Yeah, as usual, I'm gonna try not spoiling anything. There are gonna be spoilers, obviously, because this is a Let's Play. But I'm not going to, hey, I want to talk to you, rando. My box-carrying comrade. Slight improvements visually, I think. Minor stuff. Who is it this time? Colin Reeds. A very wise Quarian once said, "I don't think life is about what you deserve." I actually didn't agree with Tally on that at first. I really need to do a Mass Effect series. I'm gonna just do a lightning round, a couple of Mass Effect lightning round hot takes. Mass Effect 3 is good, ending and all. I have played the extended guide. I didn't try the original. And Thane is a better space boyfriend than Garrus. You can fight me in the comments all you want. Hey, at least he's not. At least he's gender neutral when he's complaining about spouses. Although he's implicitly complaining about River. Although then again, Neil is the one who... I mean, they both cared about River, but Neil's the one who was the most upfront about it, you know? And Dr. Watts. Right this way. I love it how in the first... in the first To the Moon video, I was like, I must keep my language at a minimum in order to make... in the second one, I should say, in order to have a slight chance of getting monetized, you know, so I can, what was I saying? I want a slight chance of getting my video monetized so I can give the money to the ASAN. In this case, I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. Man, she is something. I mean, because I really need to put this box down. Yeah. She's interesting. From what I can remember, don't know if you're supposed to pick up on... I don't know if they're hinting right now why she's an Ice Queen, or if she is, feels like the doctor's office in To the Moon. I actually can't remember why this game's called Finding Paradise. It is actually interesting how he's got a son, you know. It kind of makes you wonder why Johnny and River didn't have any kids. Like obviously it's a preference, it's a choice thing. It's not, there's no big deal in not having kids. It just is. I just feel like if two people are married, that's they should have at least had one conversation about it. Maybe they did and it just wasn't in the memories. I feel like I'm retroactively hating on To the Moon by playing this, even though it's like my all-time favorite game. Why does everyone keep asking that? But brace yourselves for a power outage of cinematic proportions. Why am I thinking about Into the Spider-Verse now? Oh, I can't wait for the sequel. The movie's so good. It's equally comforting as it is worrisome. It's a great line. What do you mean? Hey, lady! We're just doing our job. It would only be... It's like, God damn it, Eva, stop messing. Stop stealing my thunder. Stop interrupting. He wouldn't tell us. Well, that sounds legit. Oh, I'm so excited for Imposter Factory. Getting all hyped again. Who reads the paperwork? Who goes to fetch the file? Let's do Neil. I'd rather play Logic. You forgot it, so you go get it at the end. Well played, Spock. I don't know if my hands are on screen at all, but I'm doing live long and prosper. Already down to business, huh? Is this the exact same doctor as the last game? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, we will get to them. Honestly, I feel like you should probably go back and watch my old videos on the minisodes and a bird story. Although I'm also not one to judge because I hadn't played the minisodes until very recently. It's the monitor, right? This game just can't put my finger on it, but this game does visually look better. I don't put a lot of stock in those things, but I feel like it's at least worth pointing out, you know. I'm not gonna like this game as much as To the Moon. I think that's just something I just think that's something I have come to accept. Ugh, sorry. It's again even if this game is better crafted, To the Moon is meant a lot to me, kind of just by virtue of what it was, not by how it was made. It was made very well. Don't get me wrong. I mean, but I mean, screw it. Mass Effect 2 spoilers incoming. The Overlord DLC of Mass Effect 2 is really great story wise, and I think I liked the representation. It makes a nice metaphor for certain organizations that shall not be named. But the but oh man, the Hammerhead's awful, awful, awful. It's so bad. Again, I really should do a series on that so I can complain about it there. I think is it the lighting? Sheesh, who hired you? That guy is pretty morbid. So why is there a? Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, this game has one thing I will give this game, and we'll get to we'll figure that out. We'll talk about that when we get there. But the sorry the what was I gonna say? Yeah, this game does some really interesting things with non-linear storytelling. We will get to that later. I really should do a Jekyllstein replays series on this. I'm wondering if the random slowdown is because of the CPU intensive stuff, or man, she is not. Again, I think I remember her being sympathetic. Okay. Asher has joined the party. Weird how they phrased it like that when they didn't in To the Moon. Did the game? I'm actually curious now. Did the game treat Colin and Sarah, Tommy and Sarah as party members? I can't actually remember. Yeah. I vaguely remember what those are. Again, it's all vague. Again, I forgot about mechanics in this game. Okay. Don't know why. Interesting. My first thought was, does she have OCD? I feel like I don't know enough about OCD. She definitely fits the Hollywood OCD idea. If anyone, if any of my Steam viewers have OCD and would like to enlighten me, let me know, because I personally, like hearing about the experiences of people who are different than me. I think I'm one of those. I'm one of those pretentious nerds who thinks all knowledge is worth having. Also, I just random gripe. It's like 40 degrees. Uh, Actually, what's the exact? 41 degrees right now as I am recording this. That is um, uh, oh wow, she was able to figure that out. It is almost May, and it was snowing yesterday where I am. Interesting. That's true. When you're surrounded by something, you tend to get accustomed to it, even if it's something as morbid as death. Um, yeah. So here, let's switch back. I do actually really like this idea of just being able to switch between their two perspectives at will. Um, I'm also probably, again, this isn't going to be a one shot. This game is actually, if I remember right, longer than To the Moon. I had like 4.6 hours on it when I started today. So that was, I'd only played it once, so it's about 4.5 hours. So yeah, definitely not going to be a one shot. When I looked at my phone, I realized I got a text from my dad about something, about some, responsibilities. That must be done. What is this book? Interesting. What is it? I can't. Oh, it's blank. It's we'll get to that later, I assume. Just realized I might have not turned the volume down. I turned it up for some reason. I don't know why I did it when I was setting this up. It should be fine. But if you're having a hard time hearing me, I'm sorry about that. I messed up. Yeah. Something else that might help you prepare. Again, this is a remix of To the Moon song. Interesting. Yeah, I remember this vaguely. Again, like a lot of this is like, oh yeah. I'm so excited for Imposter Factory. It was supposed to be out already, but game development is unpredictable. All right. So he's got the file. Dang nabbit, did I leave it at the office? Oh, that's how they're gonna get involved. Roxanne. Neil, you gotta say, as I'm coming, the call's coming from inside the house, or I guess in this case it'd be headquarters. You what? And what about the pills, dude? Wait, my table? Oh. This seemed a bit odd and innocuous when you used your hairpin, didn't you? Um I I oh sorry. Oh man. I considering what happened in the minisodes, this is interesting. Okay, so they are gonna hint at it. This actually is pretty impressive how they managed to make a game that works on its own as a sequel to the Moon Only and as a sequel to A Bird Story and the minisodes. I'm curious. I think the impression I got was that Imposter Factory was supposed to be the finale. Sorry, to this like trilogy. I don't know if that's actually the case. I kind of hope it's not. I mean, ultimately, I do want this to end. You know, um, uh, yeah, it was mostly um, uh, language, Eva. Um, uh, I this does seem more. Let's get down to business. Insert Mulan joke here. I like hesitated because I realized what I was about to say, and then I was like, nah, I'm still gonna say it that way. Neil? Never mind. I'll talk about it later. Helmets on the recliner. You are all set. There we go. Jeez, did she like deliberately give Neil the recliner? I guess they probably couldn't feel it when they were in. Yeah. Here we've got. It's interesting how they're explaining this to his son and to not to Johnny. Says the technician. Who knows best? Permutations. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting considering what happens during this game. Um, um, there's one thing that I seriously remember. Um, uh, oh yeah, we're certainly in a bit of a valley of motivation these days. Let's see. I don't know if the helmets look slightly different or if I just haven't seen them from a side angle before. 3, 2, 1. And we start again. Okay, so we're way back here. So I'm going to go for about another hour, I think. Oh, I'm not gonna say what it is. Partly because I don't remember all the specifics, but also just because spoilers. But this is something that's called foreshadowing, ladies and gentlemen, and those that light between. Behold! Oh, I forgot about this. Character customization. Bum 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 bum. Hipster stash. Which oil baron? Much as hipsters annoy me, I will admit that that mustache looks in. I do love this. We're obviously gonna go with Mithril because, of course we are. This is completely pointless, but I love its inclusion. Ta-da! Just why? We? Sorry, man. Oh wait, that's exactly what I meant. Tag your hit, Neil. You son of a! We're in a church. Go through pragmatic. She obviously deserves an amazing beard, and we're gonna go with cucumber pattern. Yes. Okay, I actually think she looks like not like attractive, but like stylish. What the lettuce, Neil? It's a dumb tomato. Fine. Okay. Yeah, you had other important things to worry about. Wait, was that her saying it? Ah, the balcony, where all the important soul searching happens. What the? Foreshadowing again. Let's see. All right, out we go. I said out we go. Okay, I don't even... I'm now getting flashbacks to the Amori video I recorded yesterday. With its where I kept it's probably out by the time you're recording it. But I kept sorry. I kept selecting things accidentally without even reading what they were. Okay. Pretty sure the hall didn't look like this. Well, oh hey, look. Interesting. They're actually laying it on pretty thick with the foreshadowing. Target acquired. Let's go. Oh, I thought you forgot. Nope. No, she was counting the steps until they saw him. Bleh. It's turning on entity interaction, as you do. I'm still trying to put my finger on why exactly I think this game looks slightly better than To the Moon. Hatan. Dr. Woo! Best Watchmen reference I've seen since since To the Moon, since Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. I am not kidding. How did you know? Your name tag. I don't think I had actually I don't think I'd read Watchmen when I first played this. I might have. I did not remember that reference, that's for sure. More like both, actually. Fair enough. Yeah, exactly. If they were all ding dong the witch is dead, that would be a cause for concern. Save, psst, Neil. You have to save. You have to save Scum Colin. Yeah. It kind of reminds me. I just started thinking about a talk I watched, a GDC talk I watched once. I'll see if I can find it and put a link to it in the description. It's about Portal 2, and how they had to introduce new players to the mechanics without making old players be bored. Wonder if they did something similar with this game, of course, in terms of writing and not mechanics. The Sigmund contract. That's his memento. So I actually think this might be the first time I actually see the process of. We didn't need a memory orbs. We didn't a memory orbs. We didn't need a memory orb or any memory. You know what I mean. Oh, I forgot. They actually have a different mini game. I forgot about this. I'm actually not sure how I feel about these mini games. They're I don't know. They're more involved than they're more like on their own. They're more engaging and involved than the ones in To the Moon. I'm not sure that's necessarily a good thing because the ones in To the Moon were basically just there for like slightly breaking up the flow of gameplay, and nothing else really. Yeah. So I think there was a scene in the To the Moon trailer of Johnny talking to like actually like signing up for the contract. But we didn't. It wasn't in the game. Like that's one of the only things I'm 100% sure about because I played that game. I mean, one of those things I'm 100% sure about in general. Because I have played that game. I have played that game so much. One of these days I'll play. Oh, interesting. There's only 3. I don't think it's always like that, but it might be. Again, I love the slightly remixed music. It's just weird how they're looking at each other. In they go. It's so nice being able to point at things with the mouse cursor. I guess I can point at things, I don't know where exactly I'm at right now, so sorry. But it's not the same, when you can't point up on screen. Sorry, I gotta adjust my seat. Yes, there is. Interesting. Yeah, I'm very interested in what um uh, I'm trying to keep what I know under wraps, but again, I don't really know what I know. Just because it's unoriginal doesn't mean it's not good. Is a lesson is something that I logically understand, but also have yet to emotionally process. This feels like smoother too. There's a lot of there's just a lot of little um I shouldn't say graphical aesthetic polish that I like. It's not like super important, but I do like it. Wait, did he? Ah, shoot, my computer got unplugged and the dimmed. I'm not sure if that showed up in the recording or not, but yeah. Interesting. I think there's this guy's actually subtle, like the way the words, I shouldn't say he, the way the words they use are interesting because they do seem to be, they aren't, I mean they seem like something of a salesperson. Um they're not they're not they're encouraging Colin to do it, to go through with it. Um, uh, yeah, it's interesting. Since when did the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood narrator start working for Sigmund Corp? Interesting. In your face, Alistair! Oh, right. Someone else was assigned. I think, maybe. Uh, oh, here's the memento, I think. Again, is there anything special? I asked this in one of the minisode videos. Is there anything special about this, or are they just this is just for display? Is it like the original one? But how would they not know? Like they know you're signing up for the agency. Did they not know until he like started dying? Yeah, geez, no wonder she's no wonder she's a bit annoyed by her presence. Again, memory. I mean, heck, memories. Even like not even in science fiction, memories can be a straight up don't don't do that, Rosalind. You're just asking for him to be like, oh, it'll come back. I'm sure of it. He's gonna. Okay. Okay. So. What is this memento? I remember this minigame as being harder than it was. Then again, it does, obviously, they introduce complexities further on. Wonder if Imposter Factory will have any of those minigames. Oh, I'm so excited! Love the little leaves blowing. Again, like, just little stuff. Interesting. I get where he's coming from. My initial response to just the thought of the possibility of a romantic relationship is you know. Yeah. Now I'm thinking of Zuko alone and the Turtle Ducks. I'm already finding myself getting a bit emotional. Sometimes, again, I've never actually, never actually been on a date, so take this with an enormous amount of salt. Um, but it seems like from my observations that sometimes things don't work out, and it's neither party's fault. Don't do that. Do it after he gets home. No words. Okay, so this is the. Wait, what did she say? Send her some. Oh. Don't send the ones with the duck face. That's what it. What did you mean, the duck face? I don't know. Is it like a Snapchat filter or something? I'm sure if I have any esteemed like older esteemed viewers, I'm sure they're probably rolling their eyes thinking, "Ugh, your generation." I actually have used Snapchat like twice. I am not. I've never been a really into social media. Um, yeah. Okay. I don't know. I feel like there's. This is one of those. I feel like there's so many things to say, but none of them are. None of them are. Sorry, just in my seat again. None of them are. Like I can't think of any specifics. That makes any sense. Okay. Yeah, none of them come to mind. I feel like I have a lot of things that can be talked about, but I don't have any on my mind right now. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Sigmund Corp. Oh. So why did he specify not to tell his family? Interesting. Fia. It's a cute little nickname. Tried to bring duck food. The ducks are like, stop canoodling and feed us! At least they're not geese. I don't know if I've told. I think I've probably told the story before. There was actually one story my mom told me of um uh, where when I was like a little kid, like 2 years old or something, I was um just kind of wandering in the pond around a pond, and my and I like wandered into a goose that was that just got all like huffy and in my face, and my mom said she just about like kicked the goose, like her like protective maternal instincts kicked in, and she was like about to just like kick the goose to kingdom come or whatever. Um, oh, I know what who this is. Bit of a spooky mystery going on. And I actually mentioned this, relayed that story to a Star Trek parody account I followed once, and whoever was in charge said, "Your mother has earned a place in Stovokor, which is Klingon Valhalla." Yeah. From the woods. Seemed like they recognized her. Reading too much Dusklight. Hmm. Is this like the Memento thing where, time differences between the dreams? Anyway. Dude, spoilers. There's like a specific part I might want to end on. Um, where they kind of reveal. Although that might be best saved for the next video. Then again, I'm not sure I remember the. Hey, it's like if River was playing for River. It's like if River wrote for Johnny. Um, it is interesting because even at the beginning, you look at Johnny's life and you're like, holy crap, he's got a lot he wants to change. It's more like, why the moon? Um, uh, and and this, it's like he doesn't. He's married. He like nothing seems to be wrong, and he admits it. He's like, I don't. There shouldn't be a problem. I shouldn't want to change something, but he clearly does. There's the memento. Still need some memory orbs. There's a Sigmund ad. Again, I mentioned this in the To the Moon mini, one of the mini-sodes. But I am, how do I put this? I can fully get behind, Sigmund Corp being unethical, or this technology, like being in the hands of a court. Obviously I'm don't like any person in a position of power holding stuff like this from people who don't have money or whatever. As for the technology itself, philosophically, I'm much more like, I still haven't really made up my mind what I think about it. It is something that I can definitely understand there being multiple perspectives on in universe. Anyway. We also have that ended up last time. I do like the little hints they have in Into the Moon. Prepare. So yeah, there's these obstructed paths. There we go. Up to 100. Activate. Huh. I don't even know what that email. I just got a notification, email notification. I don't even know what exactly it's referring to. Oh, and here we get the one of the first. I guess this is a big weird mystery. I remember this being like, what? That's not supposed to happen. They're all the way back at the beginning. Roger. Nope, it's not working. It literally almost said what I said word for word. Anomaly. So yeah, I'm curious. Like this is one of the biggest things I remember, just because it was so new and novel and cool. But interesting. There's 5. I thought there were 6 for this moment. So if you've seen my video on a bird story or played a bird story, you'll know what you'll know that this is actually from a bird story. So yeah, he was the kid from a bird story. So I remember. Oh, and here we find out what the notes in the bird story were about. So they have to leave him by himself for some unspecified work thing. I do like how it does seem like they legitimately care about him. They just have to work in this capitalist system. I don't know. I'm still kind of weirded out that nobody seems to like look into this, or anyway, I don't know. Like I do like the vibe how the parents seem to be legitimately like they don't want to leave him here. Certainly better parents than Johnny's mom. Wait, where's Johnny's dad? How have I never thought of that before? Interesting. Yeah, we never hear about Johnny's dad. We hear a bit about River's dad. I can't believe I never even thought of that before. Not that I can remember, at least. I do like the idea. I get the impression that they really don't want to. They were like the parents really want to be there with him, and he knows that his parents aren't abandoning him. But the reality of the situation is, even though he knows it logically, he's still going to be a bit resentful. Look, if you're going to leave your kid at home, he's going to jump on the bed, and you really can't get... I mean, they probably wouldn't get mad at him for it. Jeez! There's the airplane. Again, this is one way, a bird story. All this makes sense. Too soon. How long has it been since To the Moon? I don't know. Every time I think about the gap between To the Moon and Finding Paradise, it actually kind of bums me out. Not gonna lie. Um, uh, I don't know why exactly. It's like this death is inevitable thing. Um, uh, I don't know. Um, uh, Wait, I just realized something. Hmm? A few memories ago, the Sigmund Signing House. It's like ages ago. To Roxanne and frickin' Rob! That was utter bullshit! Okay, calm down. No, I am rage! What? Ah! Habe, don't interrupt me! Hadouken! I always thought that was from To the Moon. I always thought he did that into the moon. Well, he really moved up to getting two soon by two IP simultaneously. Neil's Sigmund wish is gonna be to go to super VIP heaven. Now I gotta put a link to Brother Jake's channel in the description if I remember. If not, remind me and I'll add it. I'll say this. I've talked already about this in my To the Moon in my minisode videos. I won't go into it here further in case you haven't seen them and you wanna, because I don't really feel if you haven't seen those videos you probably wouldn't understand where I'm coming from here. But I will say this: they kind of parallel Neil and Eva in different ways that I find to be interesting. So now we're back to late middle age. They're flying. Wait. Interesting. Passing the baton, yeah. Jeez, dude. Okay. Yeah. A lot of stuff here that I feel like is more interesting in retrospect, but I haven't. Wait, back in the day, how many years ago was this? Oh man, I remember. I've actually flown a lot in my day, probably way more than most people my age. And so I'm used to the discomfort and all that. I remember my parents told me about what air travel was like in the '90s, and I was like, "Geez, that sounds way better than what I've always known." I was born 5 months before 9/11. Um, so yeah. Um, uh, uh, yeah, it's interesting. Apparently, like again, they sounded a lot more like trains. One of the reasons I love trains as a way to travel, besides the fact that they're faster, safer, and you get to like see the beautiful scenery, is and you don't need to worry about driving, is that they're also tend to be way more comfortable, at least in Europe. Sure, I guess. Oh, please. Shots fired, Dad. We're on the record for the black box. Oh, thanks for the reminder. Let the record show that my biceps are out of this world. No, they really aren't. Again, I love how both in universe and out of universe, there's a sense of like even pretty much amongst everyone, including Colin himself, of his life's pretty good, so why does he want to change it? I do love how Neil's sitting there. Just whistling. I will say that I'm normally I'm not afraid of heights per se, but I'm afraid of like falling. Like I'm afraid of, being in a situation where falling is easy for, so I only really get nervous on planes when there's like serious turbulence. Jeez. Jerk move, dude. Cellist, huh? Now I'm thinking of the that weird little John Oliver piece where they had Yo-Yo Ma on for like a bit. It was cool. Because all I've learned about so many people through Last Week Tonight. Wanda Sykes for one. Yeah. I think that's where I first saw Tracy. I can't. Morgan or Jordan. I can't remember which one is his real name and which one is his 30 Rock name. Let's see. There we go. Took a bit of figuring out. Sup? Wait, why was he so quick to... Now we're back to childhood. I mean, you did put that special helmet on him. We'll get to that. It's literally the last pick. I will say that I am a big fan of string instruments. I know very little about music, but I've always liked, how violins and cellos sounded, especially after playing Journey. Getting flashbacks to the train from To the Moon. Hey, don't push! I wonder if there's, oh, I do love the overlap there. That's pretty cool. Um, Wait, he shouldn't have lined up last, but he couldn't. Like, someone was gonna have to get the cello anyway. Um, Here we this is looking like some wasn't this in weren't these things in a Bird Story? I can't remember if this specific. I mean, there was stuff like this, but I can't remember if the tree lockers were in a Bird Story. I do actually like how they're not always 5 memory orbs. That's one thing that I feel like some of the memory orbs into the moon were just, they just felt like there, you know. Felt like they had 3 memory orbs they wanted you to see, you know, and then they needed to add some more for some reason. I think the memory orbs are a good idea because they encourage you to there's a gameplay, you know, reason for progressing in the story and all that. But like again, like this game, in terms of like polish, you know, improves on To the Moon. Storytelling wise is much more gray, you know. Again, To the Moon was, I think, will always kind of be super important to me, just by virtue. Oh, I thought that was the Doctor's talking. Was it, yeah. So, anyway, lost my train of thought. It's funny. I just talked about the virtues of not getting lost because you have fewer memory orbs per level. And now I can't find one of the memory orbs. Okay. Let's see. Where are we going? I'm missing something. I just know it. Maybe it's in here. Oh no, the door can be opened. It's funny how they seem to be pushing for mouse and keyboard controls. When those aren't, sorry, just checking the time. When this game, sorry, these games I think have always kind of been better with mouse and keyboard. If anything, because you can actually move it around and try to see what you can interact with. So again, this was something I think from a Bird Story, but without any dialogue. I don't know if this was literally in a Bird Story, but there was stuff like this in a Bird Story. Okay, so now we gotta find the memento. Oh look, it's probably this clock with the big Christmas star around it. Is that a freaking one? Wait, you didn't disable? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. She's literally making the sound I made in... Of course, I was saying, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. In Doki Doki Literature Club. When the shoe dropped, you know. First of all, disable reactive interactivity before you pull that stuff. It's not even how that spell goes. Village idiot. There is some good comedy. I mean, To the Moon had some good comedy elements. It could be a bit tonally disjointed, you know. That didn't bother me as much as other people. Again, Neil Watts, like, I like it because when people point out he's dropping his facade, he puts it back up again. At least that's how I interpret that. Maybe he's just a goofball. Who knows? Oh. Oh, you can still mix. Okay. This is kind of like, Tetris? Is that what I'm thinking of? Or, I don't know. Yeah, Tetris, maybe. I'm trying to think. I might have never actually have. I don't know if I've ever actually played Tetris. Not that I can remember. Now we're back up here. Sometimes this thing actually kind of ruins certain moments. I feel like that moment was supposed to be when you didn't have this thing pulled up. We sure are. Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about. There's a pattern to it. This is something I actually love to like bring up to people when I'm talking about, unconventional narratives. To the Moon, like backward stories have existed, and To the Moon has an amazing story. Don't get me wrong. It structurally it kind of felt similar to Memento. That's probably the closest parallel, even though it's not entirely accurate, but whatever. But I have never seen a narrative that was structured like this. If you have, let me know, some viewers, because I'm gonna want to check it out. But yeah, so they're spiraling. I will say it's trying to explain this to people without visual aids is pretty challenging. Decaying orbit. That's an ominous way of phrasing it. Yeah, you'd think that if it was just caused by midlife trauma, more patient, like this would be something that they'd seen. Maybe it would be uncommon or rare, but not. I mean, this is something unheard of. Like they are took them a while to figure this out. It's not like there's no one. They're not even like, oh, yeah. Alistair told me about this one. I'm still like wondering where Alistair is. No. Jeez. Well, you gotta appreciate their honesty at least. All right, I think I'm gonna be calling it pretty soon. Brochure for the apartment. Where do they live? I can't remember where they lived before this. Jeez, you like. I mean, I kind of like the honesty there, but it's also, yeah. Anyway. And there are some parallels between this apartment and the one back at the beginning of childhood. For a second when she was walking towards Neil, I was like, did she recognize him? No. Let's see. I feel like his eyes just got wider, but I think those are his glasses. Interesting. So everything's kind of messed up. This game feels kind of like a subtler version of that scene where they're walking through the hallway into the moon and all the memories are just kind of meshed together. Actually, I should have done the incredible. All the little cogs mesh together. My cousin's friend's brother. Honestly, I would actually find that kind of salesmanship or personship, whatever, you know what I mean, esteemed viewers. I personally would find that refreshing. Um, uh, Sometimes it feels like everyone is trying to sell me something. There's a depressing thought. I should have gone up here. Let's see. Yeah. One other thing I actually should probably mention that I kind of just remembered. Again, my memories. Ironic, this game being all about memories. This being my memory being pretty spotty. I kind of just remembered. I actually got like halfway through this game and then went to on Christmas vacation where I didn't have my own computer, so I didn't have access to the game. And then I came back 2 weeks later and finished it, and that probably wasn't the best move. Um, uh, yeah, I honestly, now that I think about it, I might actually just record the whole thing today in different chunks, of course. Um, uh, let's see. Um, uh, which one is it? Oh, it's a paper airplane. Again, from a quote unquote objective stance, um, uh, these segments are oh yeah, there we go. I keep forgetting I should be clearing out other ones too. Um, uh, um, uh, these levels are wait, but I didn't. I wasn't. I was clearing out other ones. Huh. These not levels. These mini games are more involving than the other ones, but that's kind of the problem. It's not a big deal ultimately. That's one of the only touch ups from To the Moon that I actually think might not be a good thing, or at least I'm more ambivalent about. Um, uh, when did they pull the planet with a hook? I remember that happening, but I can't remember why or when. that is that is true. And speak of the devil, there's the other balcony. Um, uh, oh, this is like when I was watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood with my sister, and I was trying not to reveal Pride's identity, like who was Pride, because every time that character was on screen, I was like, oh, biting my tongue. Um, uh, yeah. Anyway. So yeah, we'll get to the end of this conversation and then call it for today. Your colon what? How does a kid like you know what a colon is? I love how just casual their animations were. Like they've done this 1,000 times before. Um, uh, we'll get all the memory links and then active and then activate the item. Requires 2 memory orbs to proceed. Gonna throw the plane over. I'm really gonna have to do a Jekyllstein Gray replays video on this game, huh? The wind itself is against you, Colin. Just get a cloth and wave it up. See, and when it starts blowing towards her, he's like 9, dude. Throw as hard as you can. Dot, dot, dot. Okay, I can do this. Here it goes. I love this over-the-top epic music. And it blows back in 3, 2, oh. If this was a real situation, I would have not sorry. If this was in real life, I probably would be trying to hide my laughter better, but I still would think it was funny. It's one of those, like, you look... There's actually one time when we got our first dog, and we were, like, kind of training him, and he kept peeing on the rug in my room, and we kept, like, telling him off, and he kept doing it. And then one day I was, like, sitting in my room, the dog comes in, looks me dead in the eye, and lifts his leg, and it was... Like, it was so infuriating at the moment, and looking back, it is so funny. It was, because it probably wasn't, it was probably just, like, he didn't, like, know. Like, it wasn't, like, a power play. But just the fact that he looked me in the eyes made it seem like a, you know, what are you gonna do about it, punk? Type thing. Just the right amount of dumb. Badgers... And again, a little reference to a bird story. Yeah, so the way he's looking back kind of reminds me of River. His interactions with Faye are some of the stuff I relate to the most, probably, which is why he reminds me of River. Ugh. I remember I saw there's a pillow in my in my grandma's house that's called like its caption is like grandma's paddle, which is like the only kind of paddling I approve of. Oh, God. The Godfather. Man, I wonder... It's funny. I watched, my sister, I've been watching, the one who I was watching Full Metal Alchemist with. She also was showing me Attack on Titan for the first time. And I started watching it, and I'm like, when I was your age, I never would have been allowed to get away with watching something like that. For a lot of reasons, family dynamics have changed. I'm not even, it's not even like it's kind of a, like, I wish I'd been allowed to watch that when I was your age. And again, maybe not. So what is this? It looks like a stingray to me. Wait, what? No! Back. There we go. All right. I'm curious as to whether or not it would save. It doesn't seem to have saved my files from 3 years ago. Not a big deal because I played it. All right. I'm actually gonna exit to old OBS. That is all for today, esteemed viewers. Thank you for watching, and if you like the video, give it a like. If you have something to say, let me know in the comments. Twitter, Letterboxd, and Nexus.gg links in the description down below. Subscribe and ring the bell if you want to be notified. Assuming I record these all like in order, they'll probably be coming out, one after the other. Links in the description. I probably already mentioned that. Yeah. Share the video with anyone you think would like it. Sorry, I gotta go eat something and make a call. Alright, esteemed viewers, I'll see you in another video. Bye! Live long and prosper.